And South of Midnight and Kenna have the little, yeah, I want to, you see special topic. Yeah, 5.5 is great. 5.5. And I see people still joining. So just make sure you are there. We are missing 4 people. That is okay. All right, let's do it. Let's see which project this project. Again, I'm just going to do my thing. All right. So those of you who have been in Blueprint, who have been in Unreal, the assignment is the assignment. So if you're comfortable, follow along. If not, the video is recording, verifying that the video is recording. And so you'll be able to skip through that. Okay. So I am going to keep it simple and we're going to do it. Give me 1 second. I'm allergic to something. That's crazy. All right, everybody ready? So for anybody who's never been in here, never been in Blueprint, not Unreal, but never been in Blueprint, I would love for you just to take some notes. Just watch. Okay, you'll have the video, but just watch. Don't do anything. Just watch. If you think that you want to follow along, that's fine too. But you know, you're good. Either way. All right. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go to my content browser. I'm gonna dock it. And I'm going to create me a new folder. Everything I do will be in this folder for this project. All right, so I'm going to make a blueprint folder as well. I'm just right-clicking blueprints. And so I will end up having a chess folder, a coin folder, a character lead folder, enemies folder, and folders and folders and folders, because I like folders. So there we go. So this is again for my newbies. So glad you're here because I love this stuff. Big old nerd with this stuff. Turn the lights off. Give me 1 second. I'm updating my computer. My space. And actually, I have a little spiral notebook. Before I do anything, I make notes because sometimes it's easier for me to walk. If I've written it down, that means I'm going to retain it. And so I'm going to walk through my notes just because it's easier for me as opposed to scrubbing a video 12 times and trying to figure it out. I don't like doing that. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is create right click and go to blueprint and blueprint class. This is going to be the coin. And so you have different types of blueprints. I'm going to go with an actor. Okay. And I'm going to call it BP for blueprint coin. Yay. All right, keeping it moving. So coin, double click. They're going to be basically, I'm going to start out with 2 components of the coin, and that would be the coin itself and the collision for the coin. I will also be looking forward to you all asking questions in the chat. Do it in chat. I'm constantly checking it. And also, if you raise your hand, I don't have that window expanded. So just put it in the chat, okay? Because I'm trying to make sure that I'm paying attention to understanding. All right. I do not want anyone lost. All right. All right. So if you've never been in here, this is the blueprint window. You've got your details panel, just like we have over here on the main window. You also have the components. Those will end up here. You've got a construction script and an event graph. We will use, I believe, a construction script today. An event graph is a series of events that you fire off. A construction will be how it works. So that's kind of the difference. And then we can create variables. We'll do some of that today. And then let's see, later we'll end up doing class settings and we'll be changing different classes. Right now, this class is an actor class, but we'll be changing the enemies and we'll when we do the conversational AI. Does anybody have a, give me 1 second. All right. So let's just do it. I'm gonna go up to, let me go to the viewport. Everybody good? Sorry about that delay. You're good, Jonathan. I'm recording it, okay? Yes, I would like for you to use the project from Game Design 1. That's for everyone. I'm just using this because I hadn't decided what project I'm going to use. So next week, you'll see something totally different, and I will probably already have a door in there, and a door is relative. It's not the proverbial door. So I'll make sure to go over that today. It could be anything. And then I'll have the coins and everything set up. So, all right, perfect. So I'm gonna go up here and add a component. I'm just going to add a shape. What shape do I want? I don't want a sphere. I want a cylinder. So I'm gonna make a cylinder and hello, do what I say. There we go. All right. And so I am going to squish it and probably do, I like that 0.25. And squish it some more. Let's squish it this way. All right, so there's my coin. And I am going to rotate it so it looks like a coin. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. So I think everybody knows that this little piece here is an empty actor. We're gonna be looking at those shortly for the teleporter, but I just wanted to point that out, that little item right there. Okay, so we have a cylinder. Let's go and yes, I'm still inside Blueprint for sure. So I'm gonna compile and save, and just in case, here's my blueprint. So I'm just gonna double click, and that's where I am, okay? And I was in the viewport. But yes, do you see it there? All right, perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna come here and I don't know. And here's what's funny to me. I am a creature of really bad habits, and I love 5.5. So I'm just going to go with green. All right, so we have component number 1. Component number 2 is going to be the collision. So let's type in collision. I'm going to do capsule. Nah, I don't want to do that one. Let's do sphere. So we'll do sphere collision. That looks good. I'll probably make it a little bit larger because what we're basically doing is, and I'm sure most of you know, when you touch the collision, it will then basically delete the coin as if we've acquired it. All right, so compile and save. I think that is it. And so now let's make it do some stuff. So we're going to go to the event graph. I don't need any of that. I'm not going to delete it this time. I'm using my right mouse to pull down. With the collision sphere selected, I'm going to right click. Actually, I can go here. Again, there's like 12 million ways to do one thing. So I can either do the event here, right click, call a function, add an event, but it's easier to come here and add an event. And the event I want is on component begin overlap. So on component begin overlap, what are we gonna do? Well, we need to play a sound and then we need to destroy the actor. All right, so the state machine here is when it's touched, I want to play a sound and then I want to delete it. So let's go do that. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna just do a play sound at location. So there's a 2D sound, there's at location. At location is where the coin is. So I'm gonna do that. Now, there's so much in Blueprint. I can't even explain to you how how do I know where to go? I mean, just look at all this stuff. And as we start to search things, so as you are in it more, you're gonna learn a lot more. So don't stress about that. Make sure you have a process of saving. I compile, I save, and then I save all to save the level as well. I have lost so much work because I didn't do that. So please don't do that. Okay. I think it's a really good idea at this point, and let me do this. I'm going to right click and make a new folder. We're going to call it coin. And I'm going to move the blueprint in there. So move here. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to import my audio. So your audio needs to be WAV files, okay? The zip file that is on, this file has WAV files, okay? I give you 3 different options just because I don't know what you like, but I'm going to import all of these. So I am, let's bring it here. All right. So I'm just going to, so now I have to import to the current folder. I will right click and import the file. And now I have to go figure out where my file is. I hate that they're changing things like that because I'm lazy. I don't know about y'all, but there we go. All right, so click here and open and right click and all right, so finally got those in. Don't forget the star says that they have not been saved, so you can click save all right here as well. So we're going to save them all. All right, so hopefully let me know if you can hear this. Can y'all hear that?
The like pinging noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear that? Loud and clear? Okay. That's like that Mario one. So these will be the sounds I expect to hear. Again, it's about walking the process. When you get ready to turn in your final assignment, you do whatever you want to do. Okay. I think it's next week where I'm going to show you how to count these because we're also going to go over keys and doors next week. So as we start to build up the skills, I want you to be able to put it together. So if you count the coins, maybe you have to have 12 coins. I don't know why I always do 12. Maybe you have to have 20 coins before you can open the chest, or you get a big chest that leads to a key. Right. So those are the gameplay mechanics and elements that we should always be thinking about. All right. I'm going back into my blueprint and now I'm going to add my sound. I'll just add this. I should be able to click and drag. You'll know if it's going to fit or not, right? Right here, I have a check. So if you get a red X, then you know, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So there's that. Now the location is going to be where it is. If you wanted the location to be somewhere else, I'm pointing specifically to this, then you would have to put that location here as a vector. How do you know it's a vector, Ola? Because it's 1, 2, 3, XYZ, ABC, and it's yellow. I'm looking at colors. So as we start to move through the variables later, you'll start to notice that we have different colors for different things. So there we are. All right. I'm gonna connect these. I already know it's not gonna work. I don't want to connect it because I want to talk you through why it won't work. The last thing that we want to do, and I'm just going to go ahead and get through this, is we want to destroy the actor. That simulates that we've quote unquote picked it up, but this will also be the point where we start to count when we get to that count. So again, I'm trying to talk you ahead of it, talk you through it as we do it. So I'm just going to pull from the arrow and I'm going to type destroy actor. All right. The target is self. You don't have to tell it what to destroy. The target is self, which means this item. Okay. Everybody good? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. Great. All right, so let's come back here. And the reason why I wanted to do something here is because we have to tell it who can touch the trigger box. And at this point, it's the third person character. Okay, let me stop because I realized I didn't say this in the beginning. I want everyone to only use third person character games. If you started out with a first person character, I don't even want to see a horror engine or anything. This is just you. This is your level. The only thing that should be in here that is not yours are the assets that decorate the level. Is that clear to everybody?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just making sure. The reason why I'm pausing to say this is because in the asynchronous class, folks lost points because I said it, but they didn't hear it. And they turned in first person games, which means that when we get to the point where we're changing the character out and we're no longer using the mannequin, they lost points for that. I'm not doing it. Okay. I want you to walk through the whole thing. Okay. So, no, I love this question. Does the destroy actor create lag when multiple instances are triggered? No. The purpose of the blueprint is to process once. Otherwise, if we had, I don't know why 12 is my favorite number. If we had 12 coins, that means we would have 12 coins. Okay? That is not what we want. So by doing it this way, it only compiles once. Same thing with the lights. If you have a lot of lights in your level and they are not in a blueprint, it will have to work extra hard. And I might actually pause and do something like that so you can see. But yeah, just the one is all we need. Now, if you're going to do multiple, like different audio, different sounds, then yeah, you might want to have a second coin with a different sound. But even if you have 20 of the one sound and 15 of another sound, it's only going to compile once for each, once for the blueprint itself. So let me be even clearer. So there's a coin. There's a, oh, there's a coin. There's a coin. There's a coin. When I hit play, the blueprint will only compile once. It does not have to compile 4 different times. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome sauce. Okay. So I think everybody knows this. Now that I have these 4 in here, I can leave them. Whatever I do to one to the blueprint changes everything. I know that probably didn't need to say it, but I said it anyway. So there we go. Just to be clear. So I'm going to pull out of here and we're going to cast to, if I can spell, the third person character. Again, this clearly defines who can touch it and who can fire off the next series of instructions, okay? So it's, I don't think, yeah, I can't zoom in any further. This is really important. The other actor needs to go to object, nothing else, okay? There are 2 other items that could overlap component and other component. It is the other actor. That is worth me stopping for, okay? And then when we come here, we're good there. Compile, save. I'm going to save all. And that should be it. And I'm going to hit play and we will, I don't feel like doing all that running yet. Okay, my coin looks super small, so I might edit that. Let me just see where it is and let's double check. There we go. All right, so see how we're simulating? So when we get ready to do the counting, we'll count after the actor is destroyed. You don't want to count and then you're within, you're barely on it, and then it destroys the actor. So order in which you do things is real important. So we will do that when we get to doing widgets, because that we have to put a widget on the screen. Okay, so let's do one more thing to this. Let us add one more component. and that will be the rotate movement. And really the only thing you need to do here is figure out on which axis you want it to rotate. I'm gonna leave it on Z, but you can play around with it. I think Z is just the default that us gamers all know and love. So let's save all. Let's hit play. So there we go. We're first blueprint done. Just double checking my height. I could probably bring those down. So let me stop on the coin. Super simple, correct? Super simple. For those of you in Capstone, y'all should be able to knock this out today because y'all like, oh, that's it. Yeah, it's super simple. Yeah, okay, great. All right, so let's look at doors. So I'm going to make a new folder inside of my blueprints. I'm trying to stay organized. This is all of the Ola crazy stuff that she's going to do. So I'm going to do door. And we're going to go inside of here. And what I don't believe I loaded was the sample content. Yeah, I didn't, which is fine. It's not necessary. Let me get rid of that. All right, so we're inside doors. I'm going to right click and make a new blueprint. Blueprint class, another actor, and BP underscore door. All right, so we're going to do something very similar. We're going to bring in our components. Components will be a cube because I don't have a door. We'll have a collision box. And I want to test it. I want it to break so you can see how to fix it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure. I'm always going to look at my notes. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to get a cube. And I'm going to call it door. Please do not fret to turn on your mic and ask a question. I am watching the chat just in case, so no worries. So I'm just going to scale it. I do want to compile and save. I am going to bring it into the level so that I can see. And I currently okay, first things first, look at the pivot point. Do y'all see where that is? So glad I did that. So here's what I'm going to do. In my blueprint, I'm going to raise my door. Probably can raise it a little more and compile, save. All right, so that's good. The other thing that I know is this is super small, right? So can I scale it in here? Yes, I can, but I don't want to. I would rather it be what it needs to be out in the blueprint. Up. And I still feel like it moved. Nope. Okay, so here's the thing. You cannot move the pivot point in Blueprint. And that leads me to, and that's why I wanted to take a minute and go over this. I'm like so hitting the wrong axis. All right, and then I'm going to move it up. All right, compile, save. I'm going to actually hit play because I want to see how it scales along with the character. So this is a great time to talk about scale. I know Joe talks about it, but it is still a problem that we see all the time. We do not, there's no game that you're going to play that's not considering scale. Okay, you got your Unreal units, you got your centimeters. But even if you don't have that, at least do what I'm doing and see that the door or the hallway is not too big, okay? That is like the worst thing that you could turn in is something where you have not paid attention to the scale of anything. All right. Now I've got a few things I'm going to post so that can help with that, but at least come in here and look at it for yourself. Okay. Eyeball it. Now, if you have a vehicle and if you have a hallway and you can get a tank through the hallway, like a hallway in a home, you can't tell me that you don't know that that's not too big, okay? Excuse me. So just pay attention to it, okay? And I might end up editing this just a little bit more. Like for me, it's too thick. So I'm just going to edit it a little bit more, but that's why I like seeing it live when I'm editing it, okay? So just be mindful of that, all right? So there's the basic. Now I need a collision box in here. We'll just go in and get a box. Not a box fall off. You definitely want collision. Now the collision box, I don't put it around the whole door. Let me try to frame this up so you can see it. I just do it where the legs will be, right? Because once the legs touch, then you know you're in the right place. So I'm gonna expand this out, expand it this way. I don't want it too far. I only want it when you're near the door. And maybe pull it up so that when I walk through, and hopefully you can see that okay. When I walk up to it, it opens, and when I walk out of it, it closes. Okay, so still not liking the thickness of the door. Oh, I'm on something else, my bad. Hello, door. There we go. All right. And let me go back and edit this because I definitely moved it. All right, everybody good? Any questions? Let me check. Okay. All right, so compile, save, and always be prepared to tweak because I think whatever I did, I shouldn't have done. Yeah, I think it needs the collision box because if the door swings open, it's not going to be good. Now I can tell you that the pivot point is wrong. So, but I want you to see it. So let's go make this guy do some stuff. All right, everybody good. Chime in for me. Let me see the chat. I'm not trying to leave anybody behind. Again, super simple for now. All right, great. All right, so let me come here. And again, I will have screenshots for you just in case. And so here we go. When we overlap the box, I have the collision box selected. I'm gonna right click. When I overlap it, when I begin it, and when I end the overlap, that should be here. The answer is yes, Danny, but let me walk it, okay? But yes, because later on we're gonna do E to interact. So if you have a button, you would need an E to interact to understand that the player interacted with it. That's actually next week. So then you can do it on anything you want. Okay, cool. But that's why we're gonna do keys too. So you can even if you have to activate a button, always think of a key as a proverbial button. But the way we're gonna do it is you can choose it. We'll make something that's live out here, and then you can choose it. So I'll show you how to do all of that. All right, so we're gonna cast to the third person character again. Me and my spelling, terrible. And then we'll do other actor. We need 2 of these. Let's just do 1. That's fine. Okay, so real quick, how does the door rotate with the timeline? I know for some of y'all this is like really boring. Like, oh my God. and they have just changed names. I'm trying to make sure I don't get confused. So when you see me scrolling, that's not in the right place. Okay, so there was a timeline component up here. You don't want that. You just want add timeline. It's down here. Okay, so we'd be very clear about that. So door, and then we want to double click to go inside. And this is the way it works. So everybody should be aware of your, no, we're not, yes, basically. I mean, it's just, it's more of a, how long does it take kind of a thing to do the keyframe animation, right? How long do you want it to take? So the first thing I'm gonna do is add a track. It's a float track. Everybody understands a vector and event. We only want the float numbers because we have the decimals. I'm going to right click and make a key. I'm going to right click over here randomly and make a key. And we have to figure out what our time is. I usually do 3 or 5 seconds. It's up to you. However, whatever you do, you need to do it here. What length of time? I'm going to change this to 3. And you can see it does 3 over here. And the box select key 1, and I'm going to at 0. I want the value to be 0. And then here at 3 at the end, I want the value to be 1. So let's look at that. There's really no I mean, you could do some linear interpolation stuff. I just leave it on linear. I usually don't change this. So that's like a Bezier curve. If you've taken animation, if you want the curve to kind of do something special, I leave it there, and I'm going to compile and save, and you're done here. So I'm going to close the timeline. Be careful about what you close here. If you lose something, you have to go to window and reopen it. Okay. My favorite thing is to go to, where's it? Window and reset. Go back to the default layout just in case you lose some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to click here, and now we're going to tell it to, yeah, you just need to play, and then we need to set the relative rotation because we want to rotate the door. Now, the rotation is not based on the rotation out in the world, right? It's not based on that. And let me turn this down. It is based on the rotation within the blueprint. So, and this is where you might be like, oh, I don't know which side is the front side. Okay, you have to determine that here, but I'm just going to rotate and see which way. Everybody see that pivot point is in the center? That's not pretty, but I'm going to do what I need to do, and we'll go back and fix it. All right, so I'm at -30 on the Z, which is fine. So I'm going to go back to my blueprint. I'll come back to that in 1 second because we have to do some math. Yay, us. So out of here, I'm going to say set relative to the blueprint rotation of the door. All right, so you're always going to have a target. So don't delete that. We're going to tell it what axis. Right now we have access to all 3. So we want to right click and split the strut, which gives us access to them individually. From the track, which I did not name. So let me double click and come back in here. And see where to name my track. I usually name, there it is right here. Right click, rename. Door open, compile and save. So now this says door open. That's the specific track. And yes, you can have multiple tracks. We want to come out of here and do some math. So we're going to do a multiply. Later, we'll end up doing a LIRP, linear interpolation. But right now, we're going to do a multiply. And because we did the X, Y, Z, we want to put this on the Z. And I'm going to verify that. Nope. Yep. All right. All right. So this will not do anything because we haven't put a number in here. And the other thing that I wanted to verify is, was it positive or negative? This is going to open out. So it'll be -90. And I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out. So that's why I rotated it so it could tell me. So I'll do that. And then I believe that's it. So we're compile. We'll save all. I will rotate this door in the level. And I want to check something. Let's move this. And let's just make sure it works. So when you are working in this, make sure it's functional. Then you go back and make sure it's pretty. Okay. So let's check for function first. All right. Function working. Everybody see that? All right. Let's make the other function work. The only thing we need to do is I'm going to copy this. This is the cast to the third person character. Paste it and pipe it into the end overlap. Once I step outside of the box, what is it going to do? It's going to reverse. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, compile and save. I'm double checking everything. All is well in the universe. Blueprint in my head is significant. So anytime I compile and save, I save everything because I'm not trying to do it over again. All right, so I want to go through the door. And when I go out of the door, there's a reverse. Now, how do we fix this pivot thing? That all we have to do is use an arrow. Okay. There's one other thing that I've done that I just saw that I should not have done. And the collision box is a child of the door. And we don't want it to be a child of anything. So I'm just going to pull it out and pull it over the scene root and attach it so that they're on the same level. Because in order to fix the, which also meant that the collision was rotating with the door, and that's not what we want. So in order to fix the door, I'm going to add an arrow. And it does not need to be a child of anything either. We're actually going to make the door follow the arrow. So let's look at let's see what that looks like. So I am going to hit the arrow and pull it down. It really doesn't matter where it is. Let me see. Yeah, they've changed a whole lot of stuff. So because the arrow is already rotated, and it is not the way I want it rotated, I'm going to err on the side of caution. And please know I've done this multiple times. That joker will do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. So in order to make this work the way I want it to work without getting grayer, I'm going to rotate. Let me change this to 90. I want this and this to rotate. And what I'm trying to do is align it to the edge. Did everybody see what I did? Why did I do this? Somebody unmute and tell me why I did it. And if you're in capstone, don't speak. I know you probably already know. Hello. Do I need to hold a quiz? I have aligned the door to the arrow. Why? Don't be lost. You need to speak up if you're lost. All right, so basically I need to set the pivot point. The door was spinning from the center. Do doors spin like that? Yes, that's exactly right. So by putting it on the edge of the door, the assumption is that the door will rotate from here, not here, because you can still see that the pivot on the door is in the center. Everybody got that? All right. So in order to fix this, I've got to go into the event graph, and I'm no longer doing anything with this door. I now have to make the arrow. I'm just grabbing the arrow to make a reference to it. It is my new target. That's what I love about recording this, so you can go back and hear it and see it, okay? But it still won't work because the door doesn't know what to do, right? The door needs to be a child of the arrow. So I'm just going to drag it up and make it a child. Compile and save. All right, assumptions being made. Do you see the difference? Yes, it is arbitrary. It does not matter. It's just the location of it and where it's going to direct it. So even if I put it down at the bottom, it wasn't going to matter. It's still going to rotate correctly. So let's make sure that the door still closes. So the purpose of this is if you go to get an asset from Fab and you have come out here in the world and you've set its pivot point and you get into making a blueprint and the pivot point is still messed up, this is the fix. Okay? Keep it simple. Now, if you wanted to do a sound on the door, you would put it right here. All right, so you could do play sound. You can put it right here. And I'm showing you that because I'm going to ask you to do that. Yes, the arrow is just a reference. It is invisible. Because you don't see it out here, right? You'll see it, but when you hit play, it won't be there. So let me hit play. Okay, cool. All right, questions? None? Everything's good. The life is good. Yes? Yes, it will have to always be a child. If I unparent this door, and you see they're all lined up, which means they're on the same level, then the door won't do anything. Oh, I went the wrong way. Ha 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 ha. Okay, see that? So, and you can see my blueprint is flowing, right? You can see that in the screen, but it's got to be a child. So as soon as you make it a child, all will be well. Let's see. All right, we good with that? Multiply probably won't go into the rotation because you've got to split the strut. So if you did a set relative rotation, is that it? Yep, right here. Okay, perfect. Good, good, good. All right, that's it for the door. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay. I think I would like to, I think I want to do the platform right quick. Again, there are many ways to do the platform. I don't always like the spline method. I think I do like the control points. And so let's do that. And what I think I want to do is set the stage to be able to, let's get, yeah. All right. So, always thinking about um gameplay. I'm thinking that I want to have the platform do something and that the last coin is at the top of this platform. All right. So when you get ready to turn in your assignment, be thinking about this. You don't have to do exactly what I do, just figure it out. But it makes doing the project a lot easier if you have the goals set up, right? And as simple as this is, it's just worth thinking it through. And please note, I'm gonna always try to break stuff so that you can see how to fix it. All right. Um, so there's no way to get up there, and I would like to make it okay. So in my head, what I want to do is have a platform that takes me to pick up coins, but in order for me to get to this one, I have to get to the teleporter. See, I'm trying to fold it in together because otherwise these are just random elements. And maybe that's how I use my door. I don't know. Yeah, let's use the door as a thing to do something. I don't know. Just simulate it. So I'll move my door over here and I'll get rid of this. And I'll probably put the teleporter back here. Yes, I can get through all of that, but that doesn't matter. So we'll do the teleporter over there. I don't know what path, that's what I'm calculating in my head right now. I don't know what path I want to take. So I'm just trying to set it up, set something up. Now let's do it out here in the center of the town. And we'll do one over here. Make it go. No, let's not do that. Let's get rid of these, get rid of this. Okay, this is so random, y'all. I mean, this is off the cuff. I got nothing. All right, so there's my little random doohickeys. Oh, okay. Please don't delete that post-processing volume. I was just sitting here like, what is that? So I'm going to select all of these and move them out the way. Because I will try to clean up and then have nothing. So, all right, let's go to the blueprints for the doors. I guess I'll make another folder. Even though I'm only making one platform, it's okay. Double click. All right. I'm gonna make another blueprint. We're gonna call it, oh, sorry, gotta do actor. Call it BP underscore platform. Now this will be our first construction script. And so we'll double click and go inside. Let me first pause and see if anyone has questions. Anybody have questions? Everybody's good so far. So we've got coins done, doors done, and then we'll do platform and teleporters and we're done for the day, okay? And this will be assignment 1. All right, chime in and let me know. Hit me up in the chat. Because otherwise I'm gonna think you learning and eating your lunch, which is great. That's what I should have done. Hello. Yes, you can use props for doors for sure. Yeah, next week, if you, you know, really, your assignment 0 is turning in a video of your level that you use for game design 1. So, yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna be able to use it. I've used rocks for doors. So, yeah, it'll be good. Okay, I see 2 people who responded, so, you know, if I start to feel like y'all are not paying attention and you doing some outside stuff, I'll stay here till 4:10. I'm so good. And then I'll still throw a quiz. So might want to chime in. I've got the participation thingy up. So hit thumbs up. Let me know you're good. Even if you're in capstone, I don't care. I see 5, 6 all day. Okay. Okay, y'all might get a quiz. It is what it is. All right, let's do it. I'm so good. Yeah, you don't have a choice but to try it out because that's the case of the class, but you know, just you're gonna be confused until you do it. So it's okay. Okay? Yeah, you'll have to record one. Yes. So I don't think the assignment is due. I'll double check it. Yeah. Because I need to know where everyone is. That's the purpose of me asking for that, okay? Um, Carissa, don't stress. Do not allow this to stress you. You're probably gonna have more fun than you think. Okay? All right. So on my platform, I'm gonna do a simple cube. I don't know what I just chose. It's all good. Delete. Okay, and I will squish it. I'm doing that more and more. Flat. All right. Now I can do it. Squish it. You don't have to, when you get ready to turn in your assignment, you do not have to do this as a square. You can do it as a cylinder. You can do whatever you need to do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out in the world. Again, I'm checking my scale, and that is way too small. Could I scale it in the world? I could. This would be the one that if I needed to, this is fine to do it in the world as opposed to in here. So, all right, so this time we won't be in the event graph, we'll be in the construction script. And basically the state machine is to add a control point, a point in the world where the platform will move to. And every place I want it to move to, it will have a control point. Now, there's another component I need, and it's an interpolation to movement. So let me go ahead and get that. And it's just called interp to movement. It's here. There's really nothing to see. So in the construction script, this is where we're going to do all of our work. All right, so the first thing I want to add is an add control point position. Well, since I did that by accident, that was called a comment for anybody who wanted to know. Add control, and we'll be doing those later. And this is based off of not the cube, but the interp to movement. Okay, so pay attention to that. And the reason why that was important, if you get it and you don't have it say interp to movement, all you have to do is grab the interp and put it here, and then you can pipe it in, okay? But that worked out well. Okay. Don't change anything, set relative position is good. The position where it currently is at 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's my starting position. So we now need to have a second position. In order to do that, we need to add a variable. So we'll come down here to variables. Actually, it's a component, yeah. We're gonna name it position. Let's just name it POSO1. And this is a great time to explain for anybody who's new, the different variable types. Are there any computer science folks in here? All right, so all of this will be easy for you to get, probably most people. The different is Boolean is true or false. Integer is a whole number. Float we use a lot. Does have the decimals. String is literally a sentence. I rarely use text because I use string, but the vector is real important because it has all the X, Y, Z. So I'm just going to change this position to the vector. It is, I think that's all I need to. I need to make sure that I can edit it. So instance editable, yeah, that's right. And then I want to show a 3D widget of it. So let me put that there, compile and save. Everybody good with that? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. So let me show you where these are going to show up. So in order for me to add the second position, again, the first position is the start. I'm going to copy this. Y'all know I'm lazy and paste it. And I'm going to connect it. And the only thing I need to do is take this position and put it here. And that is all we need to do. So not sure what you mean by what did I do to click that, but I'll show you. If are you talking about the variable? Okay, so I'll go ahead and do a second one. So here in variable, can you see my mouse right here? I'm going to click it. Name it POS02 for the second position. But if it's still coming up as Boolean, you can change it here, right? Same thing I was just going over, or you can change it over in the details. I won't use it yet, but I just wanted to show you. So we'll compile and we will save. And over here in the world, outside of the blueprint, it says position 1. It says, yeah. So everybody see that's the 3D widget that I just turned on. So yeah, this one's kind of hard to explain. Okay, so right now, if I click, the platform is selected. In order to move this to the next position, I have to click position. I hope y'all see that. So that's the 3D widget. Everybody see me moving the 3D widget. If you go too fast, you're going to click it again and you're never going to get it. So do not try to go in and be like, I got 4 positions. I'm going to create them all at the same time. Don't do that, because guess what? You're going to be clicking on top of them. So you need to do one at a time. James, look right here. There's a little widget and you can see it. You probably have to zoom way in. Okay, good. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. So I'm just going to take it this way. And the reason why it's big like that is because I scaled the platform in the world. Otherwise, it's not that big. So I think I just want to, I'm going to make it go this way and then I'll make it go up. So move your first one. What's good is we already have another position. So let's go set that up. So again, I'm going to copy and paste the set control point. Now, I don't believe I turned on the widget. So let's hit position 2 and make it to where I can edit it and show the instance, compile and save. And this time, when I click it, this one's still in place. This one I have to select. You know it's selected when it's white. And here's something you have to do. Your thing is going to be really wobbly. Yes, well, I'll show you that shortly. Okay. Yes. Good question. So I'm going to try to put it in the exact same position because otherwise it's going to do a boop and come back. Okay. So it's not going to be perfect, because I'm taking mine up. I just want it in a relatively close position. So we go this way. And I probably went too far. I feel like it's not on there. Yeah, okay. So that should work. And so I'm going to go ahead and do, I didn't bring it in, but I can at least do this. And then here's my position 2. Wait a minute. Yeah, yes. See, I already got confused. I'll have a position 2, but the thing will never move there because I didn't attach it to anything. So compile, save, let me go check and see if I messed something up. Nope, there's position 2. Okay, so don't go too fast that you do what I just did and you're like, what did I do? Don't do that. Because then you'll end up starting over. All right, so here's my 3rd position. And again, I'm trying to figure out where the Hades I'm going to put it. But I'll go ahead and make the variable position 0, 3. I'll check and bring it over and compile and save. And let me look at my world and see where I'm trying to go. And then I would just take it out. I don't want this. Take it all the way over there. All right. So I'm not going to worry about trying to align it. I just know where, oh, y'all see that mistake? Make sure you select it. And I'm just going to go this way. Go this way. And I see that my coin is inside and I need to fix that. And I'll leave that. I actually want to go up. Let's move the coin up. And see, now I have no idea where I put that that position. So now I've got to go back and click and see if I need to edit. It'll be good there. And I think the last place I want to go is over here. And so I'll do one more position. Let me save. Please, if you're following along, save. Because you've done some significant work. Okay, I've lost my blueprint window. There it is. All right, so last one. Click and click. So the repetition makes you faster, right? And click. I'll save. I actually close that. So there's position 4. I did it again. Don't do what I just did. Selected the whole platform. All right. And I'm going to put it here. Now listen, y'all don't laugh at me because I'm terrible at the hippity hop stuff. It is what it is. Fix my door. Okay. Everybody good. So just asked about speed. And so let's go over that. All right, so in your blueprint, not on the platform itself, but on the interpolation to movement is where you're going to find that. And so here it is. There's a few different types, and I'm just double checking that I don't need to do anything. Look at this duration at 1 second. That's going to be interesting to see. Let's go play it. Oh, this is going to be funny. That's if we'll even be able to see it. Did you see it? Did you see it go by? Yes or no? Okay. All right. And all right, so that's your duration. Okay, I'm going to change mine to like 30 because I need to check my points before I start figuring other stuff out. So I'm just going to follow it when I hit play and see. I think I go here and then across and up there and then back over here. So let's see what it does. And yes, that is too slow. I just want to make sure it makes it. Okay, so you see it does not. And nobody do 30 because it's going to take us 12 years to get over there. Okay, so definitely have some things to edit. And I honestly believe that it is because I scaled it. So, all right, I just reset. Yeah, you see the positions? It's based off of a 1 scale. So if you scaled yours in the world, scale it back down to 1, and then change your positions to where you want them to be. Oh yeah, I was never gonna make it. All right. So I'm glad I made that mistake so you could see it. That's awesome. Make sure that makes it over there, and then we'll come over here. Look, this guy is never making it over there. Wow. Okay. I'd rather move the coin, but maybe not. All right, and then my last one, position 4 is nowhere near where it needs to be. All right, happy, that makes me super happy that I made a mistake so we could see it. And the reason why that makes me happy is because when we're looking at videos on YouTube, everything's just perfect. And you're like, well, why mine doesn't work? And nobody talks you through that, right? So I like these mistakes. That's so good. Okay, you can go this way and push the door that way and save it. Yeah, I don't want to edit my mistakes. Because then you are definitely lost, right? Because you're like, WTF. That's the clean version. So I'm going to go into the blueprint and edit my platform, right? So yeah, I just did it at, I don't want that one at 2. Yeah, X and Y. All right, and I think I need to go ahead and, I don't want it to go too fast. Maybe 25 is okay. All right, so we saw that well, we really didn't see it because it was a blur. So let's look at it again. Compile, save all. Let's watch it again. Yeah, that's not bad. Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, yep. And then, okay, so it's a one shot. Okay, you see where it ended. I really don't like where it ended, but it's okay. I think I'm my own worst enemy some days, but that's okay. Okay, so that was a one shot. It's right here at the behavior type. So if you wanted to a one-shot reverse, that means it's gonna stop where we saw it just stop and then turn around and go back to where it came. Looping reset, it's kind of what it says, it's gonna loop, but we want the ping pong. Ping pong is like the one-shot reverse and loop all together. So I just go with ping pong. So I'm just gonna stand here and look at it. Because the other thing, because I have a coin right there, I'm gonna have to wait on it anyway, right? I'm gonna guesstimate where it's gonna come because I don't feel like hippity hopping. All right. And boop. And I'll probably edit that position for. Oh, did you see that? Went through the mesh. So we'll probably have to edit that one as well. I mean, don't be your own worst enemy. If you're gonna do a platform like this, I would utilize it more as like an elevator. Oh, I missed it. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Don't fall, girl. Ah. Um, you know, I would do ping pong, James. Oh, snap. Y'all, look, I got dropped off. So let me fix that. That doesn't, it does not make me happy because I don't want to ride that Joker again. Okay, let's go up. Let's see. I probably have to pull it forward. That way it doesn't go through, and I think I need to just pull it up. That's fine. As long as I get the coin, and I'll move it here. Okay. So last thing I want to do is come over here. And this last one, the reason why I do these three things is to get you accustomed to not only being in Blueprint, but also in the different ways. The construction script is different. And then the last one is going to be Blueprint, but it's not in its own Blueprint. It's in the level Blueprint because you don't have access to everything. Okay. Meaning that if I come over and missing a window, I go to place actor. I'm looking specifically for the empty actor. So I'm going to click and drag that. And this is going to be my, basically my teleporter. And it's in the wrong place. Okay, so let me talk to you about state machine. State machine is basically when you touch a trigger box, a blocking volume, a volume of some sort, it teleports you to another location. All right, so the other location is actually the empty actor location. I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm just gonna come over here where I want it to be and redo it. And so I am going to hit F2. Well, no, F2 never works for me. Where's my rename? Okay, so I'm gonna put tele destination. There we go. Me and my spelling. All right, so that's where we want to teleport to. Back over here behind the door, just because I'm trying to find a way to implement the door, right? Gameplay, of course. I'm going to put a volume over here. What type of volume, Ola? I would like to put a trigger volume. So there are all type of volumes over here. The nav mesh bounds we'll use, that's here. You've got your localized fog, you got your kill volumes. I don't know if y'all have ever played with any of these. Blocking volumes means you can't go let's do a blocking volume. You can't move outside of the volume. So if I wanted to block off the rest of this space, I would do this. Like right here up against the door, so that the player has no choice but to go down the tunnel. And it doesn't matter that it's going off. So the only place that the player can go is right down the center tunnel, okay? And it's a pet peeve of mine, that's gonna bother me. Let's do it this way. All right. So with that said, making sure it's not overlapping my stuff. All right, so we will put the teleport volume back here. So that is just a trigger volume. And this one, I do want to scale it down. And usually if you do like a trigger volume, there's a reason for the player to even want to go over there, right? So there's some type of enticing mechanism. I would, in Fortnite, it's got this really pretty visual effect. So, again, I'm always trying to get you to think through that. So I'm just going to put something that makes the character think that they should be here, right? So there's the coin, even though they can't get the coin, that's the thing, the call to action that makes them want to go over there. All right, so we have the volume, we have the destination, and so the only thing we need to do is connect it all. So again, if you don't have a place actor in this drop right here, just go to Window and Place Actor, okay? I'm gonna save it all. And I'm going to go into the level blueprint this time. So, give me 1 second. All right. So I'm going to go here. 3 boxes to the left of the cinematic, 2 to the left of the play. I don't know. And we're going to open up the open level blueprint. The only reason why we're doing this is because we do not have access to that empty actor, nor this blocking volume within an internal blueprint. Okay, that's the only reason, but it works the exact same. So when with the blocking volume selected, now right click, and I'm just going to type begin overlap on. Remember, I said there's multiple ways, so I could have gone to event and looked for it. I couldn't right click it because there's no place to right click it here. So this time I have to look for it. So on actor begin overlap. Then I want to pull out of here and tell it to teleport. Wow, that's it. Yes, but you got to know where. Where are we going? Okay. And who's the target? Earlier when we saw self, we saw it on the door, and we knew, or the coin, and we knew that when we deleted or destroyed the actor, it was going to destroy itself. We don't want the box teleporting itself. So we have to, instead of casting to the third person character, we have to get the player character. Get player character. There we go. Not the pawn, get the character, okay? So that's going to be our target. And then the last thing we need to do is get the destination. So I will click this and hit F because I like to go over to it. And we're going to get this location. So what we need is a reference to this. Earlier when we were in the coin and we could do something like this, right? That is essentially a reference, but we can't do that. So we have to literally make sure that it's selected and right click and create a reference to the teleport destination. Well, I can't pipe blue into yellow. So I have to figure that out. And the way you do this is you're going to get the actor location. So get actor location. Get the actor location. What actor? The teleport destination actor. And where does it go? The return value is going to return to XYZ of the actor in the world. That is it. Everybody good. Compile, say, let's make sure it works first. And I think I'm going to cheat too. And just run over there and jump. Let me see if I can jump. Let's go. Can I go over there? No. So now I have to wait. I'm too lazy, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me test this thing before. This is what I mentioned. I need to test before I go making things pretty, right? Everybody see what I mean? Because otherwise I'd have to sit here and ride that platform, and I don't want to do that. So let's do the, oh no, I can't go that way. Oh no, I can't go either way. Oh no. All right, let's open the door. Hey, a pretty coin. Yay. Oh, snap. See, that is Ola all day. Let me move this. All right, did everybody see what I did? So let me I promised you I would do something. When you get ready to do your video, you could do something to this effect. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. No, because you have a ping, we've decided to do ping pong. Zero out the velocity. Oh, on the, yeah, but if you do that, you've done it for every move for the character. Well, that's just Ola. Because Ola would cheat and do this. See that? I won't fall. But I see what you're saying because I know you can do that in Fortnite. So here you're just going to have to make the platform larger and go from there, okay? So let me show you what your assignment looks like, all right? The only thing you need to do for me is this. I'm going to mute my mic so that you can see. Everybody just pay attention because I need this as simple as I'm about to show it. Done. Y'all see how easy that was? Don't do no more, no less. Did you get frame drops, Dominique?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I wasn't sure if it was just my stream.
Well, you'll have the video, so you know you can download. I'll make sure it's downloadable. I didn't get any frame drops here, but I'll just make sure just in case, okay? Yeah, exactly what I did when I muted my mic, James, is exactly what I want you to do. Right? Because it shows the blueprints. I don't need you to talk. You don't even have to sit in there no longer than I did mine. I can see it. Oh, okay. You think it was a WebEx? Okay. It ran smoothly for me, but as long as I make this downloadable, you should have it without the frame drop, okay? Even if yours has a frame drop, I can see everything's good. Okay? So it is 2:30. I'm done. Next week, let's go back to iCollege. Okay. So your game design one assignment is due Friday by midnight. So if you need to make a video, go ahead and make one, okay? You got until Friday. Basics of blueprints, you literally have, and I'm like, wait, is that right? Hold please. You've got time. I don't know why I clicked on that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right. And then let's look at it and make sure it's good as scheduled. Yeah. So you've got all this week, you've got all next week, but I'm gonna keep going. So it's gonna be up to you to keep up with it, okay? So if you're not home or you just need more time, for some of y'all who are new to this, take your time because getting it now is going to be key because in a minute I'm about to start running. Okay. So this next week we're going to do counting the coins, keys indoors, and then how to open a door with the right key, and then chests. Okay, these weeks will be the easiest weeks. After that, we go right into character stuff with the character leading you. You'll have to replace the mannequin with an animal. So we're about to run. So hey, how you doing? We'll just take these 2 weeks and do some simple stuff. Okay, but that is it. But do not procrastinate. Okay, I will be monitoring Discord. Please make sure you're Discord. I will be monitoring it probably every day. As soon as this video renders, I will be putting it up. I already have some of the blueprints up so that you can see it. I'll open this up and put the video here. The rubric for the assignment is here, but this is exactly what I did today. Okay, so all of these are up here. Platform, yep. Variables, yep. This is all the stuff that I showed. Interrupt to movement, ping pong, and the duration. So it's here. But keep it simple, all right? If something happens and you can't see the assignment, I need to know. But right now it looks like it's working okay. Everybody good?
Yes.
All right, very good. Keep it simple. If you hear me, please do not wait until 11 o'clock on the day that it's due and think I'm gonna extend it. I won't. Turn it in early and know that iCollege may shut down on you. So you need time to re-up the assignment. Okay? You need time to re-upload it. If you post it on YouTube, if you post it on Google Drive, whatever, just make sure that whoever has the link can see it. Okay? Just make sure. Yes, all it is just a, so the assignment for, let's do this week is from Game Design 1. I don't need to see blueprints or anything else. No. This, what I did today is not due until next week. Now, if you want to turn it in today, let's go. It's just a recording from Game Design 1, okay? So I can see what you have. And if I need to update or tweak something, I can. No, I don't want anything in Discord.
So you don't want us to just upload the video that we submitted for Game Design 1? You want us to go in and
If
re-record
you were
in
in
the
my,
level?
yeah, no. What if you did a video already? Upload that sucker and call it a day.
Well, I was kind of talking my head off. It's like a 12-minute video because it was the
No, I
final
don't want
submission.
that. Oh my God.
Exactly,
no.
that's what I'm saying. So, okay, so I'll go back in and I got you.
Oh my God. I'd be like, help me. Yeah, don't do that, okay? I don't want any, if you submit something on Discord, I'm gonna ignore it. Always iCollege. But that's why I'm telling you, do it in iCollege early, because iCollege, even though it can handle it, it will shut down on you. So give yourself time, okay? Okay. So the question is, what is it going to take to make it what you want? That's the question. And listen, when it comes to your levels from Game Design 1, I'm probably going to come and say, hey, you need to cut out some of this. We don't need a big level. Not for this. This class, again, is slated to be, for you to leave here with a portfolio piece. The portfolio piece here will be about gameplay. So it needs to be minimal. You need a battle area or an area that you have to fight enemies around to get to a main goal. You need a path to get to somewhere, okay? Let me show you. Let me fly through another level, wholesale. All right, so some of y'all might have seen this, I'm not sure. Let me get in here. I'm in the rocks. Okay. So this is what I used for another level. I may actually just clean this out, come back in here. So this is the final, this is not final goal. This is where I get something, right? This is where my conversational AI character is. When I have a character lead, it will take me this way. The character will lead me this way. Because all the way around here, I need to get a key. Okay? I gotta make my way. Oh, look at that. There's a chest hidden. Okay? There's no way out. And I can see there's a way out, so I'm gonna block it. Then I have to go all the way back around and come back here. And the key that I picked up over there is to this door. This is actually a door of rocks. So it opens up here, this one, and it has audio, right? Then I have to go through and the character will come and go around, lead me down. And there's something else with an arrow. There's another door. I can't see, that's my problem. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's why. Yard. It's so dark down here. I gotta go up underground. Hold tight. I can't see nothing. There it is. So that's something I have to do. I have to edit the lighting, right? So this is my boss battle arena. So I'm up top, I'm battling all kind of things. And when I come down here, there's a bunch of enemies. Doesn't have to be one big boss. Just because you scale it up doesn't mean it's a boss, all right? Maybe the health is just, he's just tougher. All right, so then when that's done, he drops the key, and then this is the exit. This is the end. Okay, that is not a lot. It's not. It's really like 3 spaces. This level came with a story, and so let me see if I can get in here. It's so dark. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. It's so dark. It's so dark. Oh, all right. So this is my little place that I gotta get to get something. I don't know. That's why I said this is a conversational AI, because it tells me about the place. But I've got this ethereal tree. There's a whole story that goes with this. Got a place where somebody was sleeping. There's another chest over there. I was just playing with a metahuman here. These all have physics on them. That's why they're up in the air so that they drop. So just make sure that you have something, one, that looks good. Now there's some things I'm gonna change in here, but now that I've shown it to you, I'll probably clean it out, and you're about to see what I mean by clean it out. See all that crap over there? That's what I mean by clean it out. And do everything in here so that as I do it, I place it where I want it to be. So when we get ready to do the keys and doors, I think I'll do it in here. The chest, you can see I already had some places for the chests, but we'll do two different types, one that has an animation, one that does not. This is my conversational AI when we were testing. I don't want to have to run it around to do things. So I do things in here. This is my character lead. She looks terrible because I think there's two in one here. And this is the animal. So I'm going to show you how to do all of this. And what I do is not what you do. What I do, you do it for your level. Okay. Now, easy thing to do, use Paragon characters because they already have all of the animations. That's why you'll see her there too. And then you'll see this dude. This is one of my enemies. So I'm going to show you how to put the health bar and then how to make him attack and then how he's going to deal attack. So that's why I said this has to be a portfolio piece by the end of the semester. And all of this is doable. I mean, it's on the calendar. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, everybody? So don't go freaking out if you're not happy with your level in game design 1, then you have time to change. You have time. I've built it into the schedule that you will be able to update your level. So let me show you that. If I don't do the special topic, which I am going to do, that's what I'm thinking. Right here, I mean, you should be editing things as we go, but you may not know where to start. So just wait. Just wait. Let me see your levels first. And then we just start talking about it. Okay. And as you see me working through this level I just showed you, you'll be like, oh, okay, I have a place where I could do that. I need to tweak this, that, and something else. So don't listen, adding stress right now is not a thing. Don't do it. Okay. I get this is going to be tough for a lot of you. You're in advanced classes. Your schedule you might need one more class. Your schedule's not ready. Don't stress. Don't do that. Okay. It's okay. All right, I'm going to call it and let this video render. For my folks who are new to, I just hit the wrong button. For my folks who are new to Blueprint, don't worry. You're going to have this. As soon as I post the video, I'll unlock this. Just follow this. When in doubt, right click, and you should be able to, find what you need. Okay? So don't stress it. It is once you do it a few times, you're going to be so good. Okay, everybody? All right, lunchtime. Let's go for lunch. Yes, that's it. That's what you need to do, Kaden. Yep. But if it's 12 minutes, I don't want it. Yeah, man. Ugh. Oh, please. But if you're in class and you're like, I don't want to be late, submit it. Even that 12-minute one, submit it. I'll get it. I'm good. Yeah, just submit it. Yes. If it helps you just get it done, get it done. 7 minutes is just fine. I'm good. I'm just going to turn the sound off and skip through it so I can see. Okay? Somebody had a question. Who was that?
I do, but
Okay.
it's not like related to like the class.
That's
kinda.
okay. That's good. Go
So,
ahead.
I'm not gonna. I have like a family emergency thing that I found out about last week,
Okay.
and so I'm not gonna be able to join the meetings for next week because I'm gonna be in like Europe because it's
Oh.
just a family emergency thing.
Yes.
So is that okay? Like I can still do all the work and stuff. It's just I probably won't be able to join the meetings. I don't know if that's
I
necessarily
don't
all
even
right.
think, am I even doing attendance? I don't know. Send me an email so I have it documented.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Make sure that it's dated for today. Okay. Yeah, I am doing attendance. Um, and you will be exempt because you're telling me early.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. You'll be able to get the videos and everything. You should be
Yeah, I
good.
can do all the work. It's just the time differences.
Yes, I get it. I get it. You're good. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. All right. If y'all are good, even if it is 12 minutes, it's okay. Submit the work so it's done. So you can focus in on doing what I showed today. Okay. Capstone folks, y'all should be so good. This is so easy. Get the easy A. Okay. Because I know you're doing more extensive stuff over there, but y'all just suffer with me. Okay. It's gonna be all right. All right, y'all. Have a good week.
See you too.
Thank you.